owner of Real Health and creator of the most wicked, fabulous lifestyle program called Fit Body, Fat Life, where you make the rules to unleashing your fly, sassy self. The focus of this training is to talk about your fitness program and how to have it all in your life. So if you're wanting a fit body but aren't sure what to do because, well, everyone says this is the only way to get fit or that's the only way to get fit, maybe you've hit a plateau or maybe you just don't like to work out. Keep listening. I promise you that when you throw away the all or nothing mentality, that bandwagon, and the instant gratification, you'll finally find your way to having the body you want. And if you are already living it, living your full, fat, abundant life. So let's dive right into developing your fitness program. To set the stage for your fitness plan, I recognize and I realize that it might be a little bit daunting. Because back in the day, we used to leap tall buildings in a single bound. We had the red cape on, we were Wonder Woman or Superman, and now we've got all of this stuff in our way. We are adults, we've got adult responsibilities. And can you relate to any of these? Probably. Now, I want you to look at the big picture. I want you to look at your life and write down the top 5 things, obstacles, challenges, whatever you want to call it. I want you to write down the top 5 standing in your way. You might be thinking, Jen, I got a few more than 5, but let's just start with 5. Because you absolutely do need to start with where you are. We don't want to feel overwhelmed, so if we can just pick a few of those, that's what we can work around. And I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. That starts with where you are physically or mentally. Guys, if you go into the gym and kill yourself, you're going to feel great that day. You're like, yeah, I did it, woohoo! But if you are so sore the next day that you can't walk, you may not go back. So be honest with where you are and trust yourself. You know what you can or can't do. And then I want you to push yourself just one step further. One step, not 10. And I want you to know your schedule. Just write down 3 of the best times for you to work out. There's a ton of studies out there saying XYZ is the best, most efficient time to work out. And there is definitely truth to that. But the reality is that if those times don't work for you, that is not the best time for you because you're not going to do it. Wouldn't you agree that if you can either not work out or work out when it's not the most efficient, but it's still better than nothing, right? So write down those best times to work out. Do you need to find a partner or maybe hire a trainer? Decide if you're worth the investment. Decide if the investment is worth it to you. You know, I'm often called a glorified babysitter. I do some personal training. And I have some clients who have said, I just didn't think I would keep up with it because I felt like it was a luxury, something that I couldn't justify spending money on. But they feel better. And they do it. They do it because I show up and they recognize that they wouldn't do it otherwise. And they realize that they are worth the investment, that feeling amazing is worth the investment. So just think about that. And then I want you to decide on 3 things that you want for your health. Maybe you want to be able to pick up the groceries and take them into the house. Or maybe you want to be able to pick up and hang out with your kids. Maybe you want to run an Ironman. Whatever it is, decide 3 things. And if 3 is too daunting, just pick 1. That's fantastic too. But what if you've plateaued? First and foremost, give yourself a few weeks. Maybe continuing with where you are, give yourself a few weeks because your body might need a little bit of catch-up time. If you've still plateaued, you might need some adjustments. And if you don't like to work out, well, I definitely get you there. I don't like to work out, but I like how I feel when I'm done. So when you find yourself falling into that mentality, think about how you feel when you're done. One of my favorite things about when I lost weight was that I could actually sit down into a chair, pull my knees into my chest, and I didn't feel like I was suffocating. Guys, this was me. I had convinced myself that I didn't need to lose weight, that I was healthy, that I was fit, but the truth is deep down I was scared because I was huffing and puffing when I was running a mile. I couldn't run a mile. It was a start and stop. I felt like I was going to pass out. Like I said, I was scared. If I felt this way in my 20s, what was I going to feel like in my 30s, in my 50s, in my 70s? And so I decided to make a change, decided to do it just one day at a time. And you saw this picture in the first video, before and after, guys. It's so important to understand that you have to start with where you are, do one thing at a time, tackle a single battle. Don't tackle the war, and you will get there. But back to physical activity, there are so many different things that you can do out there, and I give you permission to do what you love to do and enjoy it. Studies say X, Y, and Z is the best thing to do, and you've heard me say it over and over again. Ditch the all or nothing mentality. There isn't one right or wrong way, because if you don't like swimming, you're not going to do it, and it's not going to work for you. Find what works for you, and there are really an unlimited number of options. Getting back to starting with one step at a time, I would encourage you not to set your sights on a full marathon, maybe even a half marathon, if you can't even run a 5K. Start with a 5K and then work up. Man, I've done some amazing things because I just took one step at a time. I said, I want to run a mile, and then I want to run a 5K. I've run the Ragnar relay now. I've done the Tough Mudder. Start small and work up. You never know what you can accomplish. So 5 steps to creating your fitness plan. Get back to what you want to achieve. And then I want you to include heart and muscle work every week. Actually, I want you to include 2 of each every single week. Really, really important to have both. You can't just do cardio. Intervals are fantastic. We'll dive more into this in the Fit Body Fat Life program. So definitely stay tuned if you want to know more about that. Keep it simple. Schedule it. Put it into your calendar like a doctor's appointment and just do it. If you cancel, pay somebody. Find a way that you will actually accomplish it. And I have to ask, what is your level of commitment? Oftentimes people say, it's time for me to change. I need to change. But what are you willing to do? What are you committed to doing? And I want you to promise to do it. What is your commitment level? Now, at the end of the day, this plan needs to absolutely work for you. And back in Australia, this might have been called a walkabout, or you can find yourself. But I'm going to call these a ponder wander. And I want you to answer these questions for yourself. And if you haven't noticed, there's a great downloadable on my website that has these questions for you. So you don't need to write all of these down. But really think about this. This is huge. Who are you doing this for? Now, you should be doing this for yourself, absolutely, but maybe you're doing this for your kids or your spouse or your parents. Any one of those, man, that's absolutely okay because they are a part of your life and they're very, very important too. But ask these questions. Who are you doing this for? What will you improve? How will you feel? And ditch the all or nothing mentality, because the reality is that this is a learn and adjust concept. Your life will change. What's worked once isn't necessarily always going to work. So I want you to take some time and learn and adjust. Guys, these are just some of the few tools that are available to you. Now, you absolutely have to be accountable for your choices, but you don't have to be critical. You guys, you need to be doing this for yourself, but you don't have to do this by yourself. So join the party today. Join the Fit Body Fat Life party today. When I looked in the mirror, I remember feeling a sense of desperation. It was heartbreaking because I truly didn't think it was possible to really feel great again in my own skin. That what I saw and how I felt was the new norm for me. And I didn't want to feel just okay or just good. I wanted to feel great. What about you? I was tired, I still am, of hearing this is absolutely the only way about what I should or shouldn't be doing, eating, blah, blah, blah. I don't like fish. I won't eat it, no matter how healthy it is for me. But I digress. Our desire for instant gratification has pushed us so far away from where the solution really lies. It's no wonder we're frustrated. Most of us have spent years in the damage zone, whether we realize it or not. So there's no time like today, to begin the repair process, to begin making your way to a fit and fabulous you. I'm sorry to burst this one little bubble. It won't happen overnight. Every decision you do or don't make has a result tied to it, which means that result is ultimately your responsibility. Sounds pretty powerful, doesn't it? Life won't stop when you want something, whether it's weight loss or more time freedom, and your choices will either take you towards that goal or away from your goal. which is really okay because life is far more fun when you realize that it's just a cha-cha in process. Take ownership of all your decisions, all your choices, and begin dancing your way through this amazing life. Friends, this is a lifestyle program. Will you lose weight? If you need to. Will it take some time? Probably. My hope is to make this the absolute last program you ever have to buy in order to lose weight, get healthy, and discover your fabulous self. This program will put you in the driver's seat of your health journey. Finding your way to that itty-bitty bikini or skinny jeans does not have to be a traumatic experience for anyone. So ditch the Get Skinny Quick schemes, and the Get Rich Quick schemes too for that matter. Join the community that will support your lifelong journey. Because it is a journey. It only ends when you kick the bucket. Commit to discovering you. Commit to the process and watch as magic happens. This program is about your life, about helping you navigate the murky waters of the health and fitness gossip world and diving headfirst into living your full, abundant, fat life. For more details and to get registered right now, head over to the link below. Your fit body, fat life absolutely does not have to wait. This is Jen, and I'll see you at the Fit Body Fat Life party. Hello! I'm Euphigenia Doubtfire. Hey! Yay! Yippee-doo-dah! You want something? Burp. Get Kitty's Skinny Quick Schemes. Olé! Jen, and I'll see you at the Fit Body Fat Life party.